Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this tarot pick a card reading. In today's video, we're going to be getting an idea of what your person wants to say to you. So what's been on their mind, what do they want to talk to you about, all those good things. In addition to the regular tarot spread, we're also going to be pulling some oracle cards as well as some channeled messages to get direct thoughts and feelings from this person. So as you can see here, we have 3 piles. We have pile number 1 with the clear quartz, pile number 2 with the rose quartz, and pile number 3 with the amethyst. So go ahead, reflect on the 3 piles, figure out which one resonates the most with you. If you're feeling called to more than one pile, then you can definitely watch more than one reading. There may be specific details in there that are important to your situation. I just want to say, if you enjoyed this, if the reading resonates with you, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I will have timestamps down below. So yeah, I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the clear quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get started. What does pile number 1's person want to say to them? What do they want to talk to pile number 1 about? Okay, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, okay, the 2 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. Let's do one more. And the Tower. Okay. So we have a few different things going on here. So first of all, with this 10 of Pentacles, I feel like this person wants to tell you that they really see potential for a future here. They see a potential for like a long-term commitment, something with a lot of weight and longevity. This is the type of relationship where you're building something together, you're building a legacy, accumulating wealth. It's that idea of sort of having everything that you could want in the material world. So, you know, maybe buying a house together, and, you know, starting a family, things like that. So I feel like this person definitely sees potential for that in the future. And then with this 8 of Wands here, I feel like there's some sort of communication that's going to be happening soon. This person could be reaching out to you, sending you a message, or asking to communicate with you. There's something here where you'll definitely be hearing from this person. It's possible that you guys may be in separation right now with this Tower, or just not talking, or maybe things are a little tense right now. So I definitely see this person wanting to talk to you, reaching out, trying to clear things up, and I see that happening pretty soon. So I would expect that, you know, within the next few days or within the next week or so. And part of what this person wants to talk to you about is this 2 of Cups energy. So this 2 of Cups talks about an equal partnership where you're both equally giving and receiving. It is a romantic relationship most of the time. So it seems like this person wants to talk to you about building an equal relationship, a really solid connection where you are both putting in a lot and you're both getting out a lot. And, you know, that could be emotional fulfillment, love, just sort of a relationship that fills you up instead of draining you. So I feel like this person wants to talk to you about building something like this. With this 4 of Cups here, I feel like there's someone within this connection is a little hesitant to commit. There seems to be an issue here, either with you or this other person. Someone is kind of not accepting the love offer that's in front of them. Someone is sort of focused on other things. It could be other people, it could be just other parts of their life, but there's someone here who's not paying attention to the relationship and the connection that's right in front of them. Instead, they're focused on other things. Because of that, I think that's why we have this Tower card here. Like I mentioned before, it's possible that you all could be in a break or separated or not talking, or, you know, things are a little tense right now. And that Tower moment definitely could have something to do with this Four of Cups. This lack of, you know, emotional availability, or this lack of interest definitely caused some rift in the relationship, whether this was you or the other person. But what I see now is that this other person wants to tell you that they still see this future with you. They really want to reach out to you. They want to talk to you, and they want to, you know, discuss the idea of having this partnership with you. So next I want to pull some oracle cards here. Let's see. Oops. Okay. All right, let's see here. We're gonna get some oracle cards for pile number one's person, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. We've got sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. What else? I know I was a distraction from your pain. I bury myself in work to forget you. Let's do one more. I want you. Okay, so we've got, you know, a few mixed messages here. So let's start over here. We've got sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So especially on top of this Ten of Pentacles and this Eight of Wands, I feel like this person stays awake thinking about, you know, the possibilities for the future, thinking about the potential of your relationship. I do also think they stay awake thinking about reaching out to you, communicating with you, sending you a message. But either way, I definitely think that you're on their mind, and it may be causing them some, you know, insomnia, some trouble sleeping, because they're thinking so much about you and your situation, and maybe, you know, how to move forward and how to get this Ten of Pentacles ending that they really want. We've got, I know I was a distraction from your pain. So this is sort of vague. This could mean different things for different people, but it's kind of just giving me the overall vibe that, you know, in the past, this relationship wasn't, maybe you guys weren't fully invested, especially on this Two of Cups. I feel like maybe this person seems to be under the impression that you weren't all in on this Two of Cups relationship. You weren't giving as much as you were receiving possibly, or maybe they weren't, and as a result they feel like instead of it being a real relationship, they were just sort of a distraction. So that could just be how they perceive it, or it could be, you know, the way it really was. But since these are messages from this person directly, I think this more has to do with what they perceived rather than, you know, the objective truth. So this seems to be what they're believing right now. And then we've got, I bury myself in work to forget you. So this is interesting on top of that Four of Cups especially. I wonder if this person maybe pushed your relationship to the side in order to focus on their career or work. If that's not the case, then I think since, you know, the separation, or since the break in the relationship, they've been putting themselves into work, you know, exactly as it says, to distract themselves. So that could be something you notice. Maybe they've seemed unaffected, and that could be because they're distracting themselves with other things. And then lastly, we've got, I want you. So that's pretty straightforward. It seems like this person, despite everything that may be going on, their first priority is this, and they do seem pretty set on the idea of reaching out and possibly fixing the relationship. So let's go ahead and get some channeled messages from this person, pile number one's person. Okay, we've got, I love hanging out with you. We've got, I love talking to you. We've got I wish you were closer, and we've got I show your profile to my friends. Okay, let's do one more actually. I feel like I blew my shot with you. All right. So first of all, these two are actually pretty similar. We've got I love hanging out with you and I love talking to you. So this person seems to be maybe sort of reminiscing on the relationship and thinking about how much fun you guys had together and what great conversations you had. So this person seems to really miss being around you and talking to you, and it seems like they want to have that again. So that could be a big reason why they're considering reaching out, because they miss these things. They miss being able to hang out with you, they miss being able to talk to you, and they want to be able to do that again. And then we've got I wish you were closer. So this could mean a few things. First of all, it could mean that they wish the two of you were closer, like in your connection, in your relationship. They wish that you guys were closer than what you are, because it does seem like there's a little bit of a separation here, or a break, or just some tension. So this person definitely wishes that you were closer, as in within the relationship. They wish the two of you were closer. This could also mean that there's like a physical separation. So if there's like a long distance situation, or you guys just don't live that close together, or maybe you're just not seeing each other in person right now, that could be another way this could be interpreted. So this person may wish that you were closer to them physically as well. We've got I show your profile to my friends. So I feel like this person kind of shows you off. They show, you know, your social media and like pictures, and they're like, look at this, like look at this person. Maybe they talk about you a lot, and I'm just getting the sense that they sort of show you off to their friends. And then lastly, we've got I feel like I blew my shot with you. So yeah, I'm definitely getting the sense that because of the separation, whatever issues that you guys had, this person feels like maybe that was their last chance, and maybe there's a possibility that you wouldn't want to, you know, rekindle or pursue something new. So this definitely could be something that's holding them back from reaching out, even though they want to. Maybe they have this fear of rejection, or just this idea that it's really over. So lastly, I want to get a couple cards to see what this person plans on doing in the near future. What actions do they plan on taking? We know what they want to tell you. We know what they're feeling. So will they be coming forward and telling you this in person? Or will they be reaching out to you? Seven of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords. Let's see what else. We've got the Ten of Swords, Justice. Okay, so I feel like this person is still very confused right now. They're not sure what to do. It seems like they have a lot of things going on in their head, and they're not sure what the right move is here. So I definitely think they're dealing with a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty. And I feel like they are sort of playing out two options in their head right now. If they were to go through with this, if they were to communicate with you, I think what they're afraid of is reaching out too soon and communicating with you before you're really ready to hear from them, because what I'm seeing here is they're afraid if they reach out too soon, there's a potential that this could all be over. You know, the relationship is over. There's no chance of rekindling anything. You're just done with it. You don't want to, you know, pursue anything new with them. So it seems like they're afraid if they move too quickly, or if they move too hastily and they try to communicate with you, you know, right now or in the near future, you won't be receptive to hearing from them, and you'll sort of shoot down their offer, and you're sort of in the mindset that things are very much over, So I feel like they're afraid if they reach out too soon, they're just going to get rejected or shot down, and then the whole relationship, any hope for the future will be completely gone. But at the same time, I feel like this person really does want to make things right with you. There's this idea of, you know, making amends, being on good terms again. The Justice card is the Libra card. So they're sort of torn, because on one hand they don't want it to be over and they don't want to blow maybe their last chance by acting too quickly, but on the other hand they really have this desire to fix things and to make things right and to just be on good terms again. So definitely they're still playing it out in their head. As for the near future, I think they're going to keep thinking about it. I definitely think they're a little bit against the idea of acting too quickly. So I think they're still going to maybe let it sit for a little bit, give it some time, because they definitely don't want to end up with this Ten of Swords, you know, rejection. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's figure out, what does pile number 2's person want to say to them? What does pile number 2's person want to communicate with them? Oops, okay, we've got the Hermit. We've got the Star, Judgment, Ace of Cups. All right, let's do one more. Nine of Swords. Okay. Yeah, we've got a few different things going on. So first of all, the Hermit card is the Virgo card, and the Star card is the Aquarius card, so if that's relevant. So first of all, I definitely think this person has been a little bit isolated recently. They've been sort of spending more time alone, reflecting, thinking about themselves as individuals, and also thinking about, you know, what their life is and, you know, what their relationships are like. So I just see a lot of introspection, a lot of thinking, a lot of trying to figure out, you know, what's really going on here. So this person could be, again, isolating themselves, not going out as much, maybe not talking to friends as often, just very withdrawn, but it's been because they've been doing all of this thinking and all of this reflecting. And I feel like within this period of reflection, there's sort of, again, thinking about their relationships with other people, thinking about how those relationships impact how they see themselves, thinking about their sense of self-worth, their sense of self-love. There's just a lot of themes here that sort of come back with the Star. There's a lot of themes here that sort of come back to this idea of thinking about their own relationship with themselves and like their emotional intelligence, sort of. I see a lot of introspection regarding personal relationships with other people, and their relationship with themselves. How do they feel about themselves? You know, do they love themselves? Are they kind to themselves? That sort of thing. So I feel like within this like Hermit period, this period of isolation, they've been able to find a lot of answers that they've been looking for, and they've been able to find a lot of self-love and really deepen their emotional connection to themselves. So I feel like this time was really necessary for them, and it was also very positive. It seems like they came out of it like it was like a reset for them. They came out of it, you know, ready to like give love and receive love, and understanding themselves and understanding other people as a result, because of that time that they spent alone. So we have that. I also think that during this time they were faced with a decision. And I feel like that decision has something to do with like in a romantic relationship or some sort of emotional connection to someone. I feel like they were able to really think about this connection, realize what it meant to them, decide whether or not they're going to fully commit to this, and just overall figuring out whether or not this is something that they want in their life. There is this decision, like, are you going to commit to this? Are you going to continue pursuing this? Or are you going to let this go? So I feel like that was a decision that they were faced with during this time. And I think the decision that they made was that they would like to continue to pursue it, because this idea of emotional fulfillment, love, a really deep connection with someone is something that they're now ready for. Maybe before they weren't in a place to accept or receive love, but after this period of introspection, it seems like they're definitely in a better place, and they've made this decision that they are going to commit themselves to really giving this a chance and really putting their all into it. This is like a new relationship, or sort of, what's the word? Like a restart to an old relationship. But either way, it's this idea of like deep emotional connection, emotional fulfillment. It's very positive, very loving, very deep. It's not surface level, it's not shallow. It is like a very true, real connection. But then lastly here we have this Nine of Swords. So I feel like this person wants to tell you about their time, alone, about what they've learned, about, this decision that they've come to. I definitely think they will be reaching out with like a love offer, talking to you about, what they want out of this connection, the fact that they're ready for, a deeper, real relationship. I definitely see them wanting to tell you all of this, all of what they've been through, and, all that they've sort of discovered as a result. But I also feel like this person has been dealing with some anxiety, some insomnia. That could be because maybe they're a little bit afraid to tell you, or they're not sure, or maybe this anxiety is linked to something else. But I feel like they want to come clean to you about all of it, including, their worries. And maybe they're afraid that you're not going to feel the same way. Maybe they're afraid that you're going to reject them. But either way, I feel like they almost stay up at night thinking about all of these things they want to tell you and how to go about that. Maybe they're sort of playing out what would be the best way to do that, because it's sort of a lot of information to give someone at once. So I definitely think they want to tell you all of this, but maybe they're just sort of trying to figure out the best way to do it. So next I want to pull some oracle cards. Okay, some oracle cards. Some direct messages from this person. We've got, I'm so attracted to you. What else? We've got, I wish things could be different. Okay, what else? I feel you leaving me behind. And I don't react when people mention you. Okay, so we've got a few different things here. So first of all, with this, I'm so attracted to you, I feel like that's pretty straightforward, but I definitely think within their time of like isolating themselves and really thinking about everything, they've sort of come to realize this even more. Maybe like that idea of being separated from you made them appreciate more what they had with you, I feel like. So we have that. We have, I wish things could be different. So I'm definitely getting a sense that you guys maybe aren't together right now, or maybe your relationship just isn't where this person wants it to be, because they're wishing things could be different, especially after this sort of transformative period that they've gone through. I definitely think that they wish things could be different, because what they were able to offer before is not the same as what they're able to offer now. So they wish that they could really sort of get another chance to show you everything they could offer you now that they've sort of gone through this transformation and this like realization, you know. And then we've got, I feel you leaving me behind. So maybe it took them a while to get to this point, and in the meantime you sort of felt like it was time for you to move on and time for you to sort of let this person go. And as a result, they seem to feel like they're being left behind and you've already moved on, and maybe there's a chance that, you know, this is over. But I'm definitely getting the sense that they feel a little bit left out or isolated. And then lastly, we've got, I don't react when people mention you. So yeah, maybe this person gets asked about you, and as a result they sort of try to play it cool. They don't really mention anything. I feel like they don't mention all of these things that they want to talk to you about. They just seem to play it cool and just sort of act like maybe it doesn't even really matter to them, when we know that's not really the case. So let's go ahead and get some channel messages here. Pile number 2's person. We've got, I had a great time. We've got, I'm afraid of messing up. We've got, I wish I knew you better. We've got, it's just an excuse to talk to you. And I wish we could spend more time together. Okay, so for this first one here, I had a great time. I feel like this person is sort of reminiscing on memories with you. Maybe there was a time you two were together or you hung out, and this person seems like they really enjoyed themselves, and I kind of see them replaying that or reliving that. We've also got, I'm afraid of messing up. So maybe this person is afraid to reach out to you or to talk to you about these things because they're afraid of maybe getting a second chance and messing it up, or maybe they're afraid of messing up just when they're trying to relay this information to you. Maybe they feel like they're not going to explain it well enough, or they won't explain it in a way that's very compelling. So this person just seems to be afraid of reaching out to you and talking to you because of that. We've got, I wish I knew you better. So there's something about this person where it's like they want to know everything about you. They want to know everything you like, everything you dislike, you know, your favorite color, your favorite movie, all that stuff. Like this person wants to, it's like they want to know everything about you. I feel like now that they're in this place where they could actually maybe give you the things that you want, they're in a place to, it's like that thing that maybe before they weren't in a good place, so they kind of didn't get to know you, but now that they are in a good place, not only do they want to get to know you, but they want to know everything about you. They want to absorb all of this information. And then next we've got, it's just an excuse to talk to you. So maybe this person is going to sort of come up with a reason to get into contact with you. And maybe it'll seem kind of weird, like if they reach out to you and it's something super random or like insignificant and it seems a little off to you, you'll know that it's really just an excuse so that they can get to talk to you, and whatever they're bringing up isn't really important. So if you notice that, then that's definitely what's happening here. And then we've got, I wish we could spend more time together. So I think this goes back to this, I wish I knew you better. This person maybe regrets not putting the time or the effort in before. If you guys did have a relationship before, maybe they were super detached or like emotionally unavailable. They didn't really bother getting to know you. They didn't bother, you know, spending time with you. But now they wish that you could spend more time together, and they wish that they could get to know you and that you guys could hang out and do all these things and talk. So I definitely see a big difference here from maybe where they were before now and where they are, well, where they used to be and where they are now. So let's go ahead and see. I want to get an idea of what this person plans on doing in the near future. So what will their actions be in the near future? Will they be reaching out to talk to pile number 2? Will they actually come forward with these things they want to tell them? We've got King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and 3 of Wands. Okay, so this person, the wands are fire signs, so they could be a fire sign, but this person seems to, even though they seem very passionate and very excited about this connection with you, and they seem to have a lot of feelings for you, there's still this idea of being guarded and not being emotionally available. This could be like an old habit that just isn't, you know, dying very easily. It's sort of coming back up, even though they have sort of done the work. I'm just getting the sense that even though they're very excited about, you know, their connection with you or possibly having a connection with you, there's still something holding them back. They're still very guarded. Maybe they're afraid of like rejection. There's just this idea of guarding themselves and their feelings and, you know, not taking that chance of being vulnerable because they're afraid of getting hurt. But still, this person, it's like they have almost everything they could want now, but there's still something missing. The 9 of Cups is that idea of having almost everything, you know? It's the 9 of Cups, it's not the 10 of Cups. So whereas the 10 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment, like a fairy tale fantasy, the 9 of Cups is like you have almost everything, but something's missing. So I feel like this person is coming to the realization that unless they let go of this defensiveness and unless they allow themselves to be vulnerable, they can never truly have everything that they want. There always is going to be something missing. So I feel like this is something they're working through now, or this is something they will be figuring out in the near future. But all of this will end with them making a decision and choosing a course of action. And I feel like that will be reaching out to you because they seem to be getting tired of this, you know, being so guarded because it's not going to get them where they want, and it's just going to be a repetitive cycle of feeling like something's missing. So I feel like at the end of this realization, they're going to get to a point where they're like, all right, this is what I need to do. I know what I need to do, and these are the steps I'm going to take to achieve that. So I feel like this is sort of where they're going to be at in the near future, sort of figuring this out and making plans and everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated, and if it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the Amethyst, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's see what pile number 3's person wants to tell them. What do they wish they could communicate with you? What does pile number 3's person want to tell them? Okay, we've got the 6 of Swords, the Empress. Oh wow, the Queen of Cups, okay. The 5 of Swords, and one more, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, this is giving me like a very clear picture right off the bat. So, first of all, the 6 of Swords, I'm definitely seeing there was some sort of break in a relationship, some loss of communication. 1 or 2 people in this relationship decided to leave. There was this idea of walking away from the connection in order to find something else or find something better. Whatever the relationship was before, people didn't feel, you know, emotionally fulfilled. It didn't feel like what they wanted, and they left in order to find something better and new. So this could have been you, or this could have been the other person. That's sort of, you know, up in the air. But what this person does want to tell you, I feel like they want to say to you that ever since this separation or this break, they've noticed how much you've sort of grown and changed. This person sees that you're now in this Empress energy, this very powerful, compassionate, beautiful energy. This is divine feminine energy. So it's like either once you left this relationship or once they left, or once you both decided to leave, whenever this was over, you were finally able to sort of step into your power and become this person that were always meant to be. And this person has definitely noticed that you've stepped into this Empress energy. In addition to that, also this Queen of Cups energy, I feel like you've become very emotionally intelligent, you're very compassionate, you really care about other people, you take really good care of other people. So I feel like since the end of this relationship, you've been able to really like blossom and grow into who you really are. And this person has definitely noticed that, and I feel like they want to tell you that they've noticed that. They want to say, like, I see how much you've changed, how much you've grown. So I definitely feel like they want to talk to you about sort of where you're at right now. But then we've got this Five of Swords. So I feel like this person also wants to put old arguments to rest. Maybe you guys had some pretty serious conflicts in the past, or maybe it was just like a lot of petty arguments, but I just see a lot of conflict and arguing. Maybe that was in the past or the near past, or maybe it's still even going on, but I feel like this person kind of wants to put those things to rest and like end those things. So that could be another thing they want to talk to you about. Maybe they want to talk about these old arguments and, try to figure out what that was really about and sort of work through it. Because the Seven of Pentacles is giving me the sense of working through something, like figuring it out, like getting through the hard part and doing that in an attempt to get to a better place. So I feel like this person wants to talk to you about, whatever separation you had. They want to talk about all of the growth that you've been doing in the meantime, ever since this relationship ended. Also, this could mean that they want to talk to you because of everything that you've been doing and sort of how much you've changed. I feel like they want to talk about old arguments and sort of put them to rest, let them go, in an attempt to sort of re-strengthen your relationship and at least get on good terms. So next, I want to pull some oracle cards, get an idea of what their thoughts and feelings are. Pile number 3's person's thoughts and feelings. We've got sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. We've got I want to tell you how I feel. We've got I feel you leaving me behind. And what else? I left before you could leave me. Okay, so maybe in the past, the separation was them leaving. So, all right, let's go ahead and start from the beginning though. So we've got, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So that's pretty straightforward. I feel like this person has you on their mind, maybe because of all these changes that you've made and because of the amazing place that you are in right now. They sort of stay awake thinking about you and wondering if, maybe you would consider giving them a second chance, or maybe they're just sort of like kicking themselves because they're like, look at all these amazing things that she's done and how much she's grown and changed, and, maybe they're sort of regretting their decision to walk away from this, if that's what happened. We've got, I want to tell you how I feel. So I definitely feel like this person has some sort of feelings towards you and they want to come forward and talk to you about that. They want to talk to you about how much you've changed and how much you've grown again. So I definitely feel like they have some some feelings deep down inside maybe that have resurfaced, and they want to come forward and tell you about that. We've got, I feel you leaving me behind. So as you've sort of grown and changed and like kind of elevated, I feel like this person feels very left behind. Maybe they've sort of stayed the same, maybe they haven't grown that much, and as a result, maybe they're getting the sense that you are in a place that they can't really reach you anymore. Like you're now sort of out of their league in a sense, and they feel left behind because maybe they haven't really done anything, they haven't really changed or grown at all. So now they feel like maybe they don't have access to you. And then we've got, I left you before you could leave me. So that kind of brings me back to that Six of Swords. If there was a separation here, or a breakup or something like that, I'm definitely getting the sense it's possible that this other person left, but it seemed like they were leaving because they were under the impression that that's what you were going to do, and they just wanted to beat you to it. So yeah, it seems very like petty in a sense. Maybe this person knew that you were, you know, starting this transformation and this growth, and they knew that once you kind of leveled up, you wouldn't be interested in them anymore and you would leave. And as a result, they decided to leave before you could. So that's interesting. I also want to get some channeled messages here. So let's see. Channeled messages from pile number 3's person. We've got, I feel like I blew my shot with you. We've got, I look at your socials all the time. We've got, I want to text you first, but I'm too nervous. We've got, I'm afraid of messing up. And one more. We've got, I look at your pictures all the time. Okay. So first of all, pretty straightforward. This person definitely feels like they blew their shot with you. I think it's pretty obvious why or how at this point, because we've been talking about, you know, they left or whatever, they haven't grown, they haven't changed. So this person definitely feels like they've messed up, and I feel like they're kind of kicking themselves for it, because they're like I really like I really messed up. Like, how could I think that leaving this person would be a good idea? They've only gotten better. So yeah, they feel like they blew their shot with you. Maybe they think if they reached out now, they would be rejected because they had their one chance and they just totally messed it up. We've got, I look at your socials all the time. So if you have social media, I feel like this person definitely kind of stalks your profiles or looks at your pictures or tries to sort of keep up with what you're doing and what's going on in your life. That makes sense over here too with I look at your pictures all the time. So I definitely think they kind of like low-key stalk your social media and look at your pictures to see what you're doing and to see what you're up to. And that could be how they have an idea of how well you've been doing with this Empress. Maybe that's sort of their connection to you, is through social media. We've got, I want to text you first, but I'm too nervous. So yeah, again, this person definitely is afraid of rejection because they knew they messed up. And even though they want to reach out to you, they're afraid that you're going to either ignore them or reject them or shoot them down because maybe they honestly kind of deserve it. So yeah, they want to reach out to you, but something is definitely holding them back. And then lastly, we've got, I'm afraid of messing up. So again, that idea of, you know, reaching out to you and again, messing it up. Like, they had their one chance and they blew it. And then if they reach out to you now and they mess up again, then it's really over. So maybe they're afraid of saying the wrong thing or just not being able to approach the situation the way that they really need to. So let's go ahead and pull some cards of what this person is planning on doing in the near future. I want to know if pile number 3's person plans on, you know, talking to them and actually reaching out to them about this. We know what they want to say, but are they actually going to come forward and say it? So we've got the Magician, Ace of Wands. What else? the High Priestess. Okay, let's see what else is in here. And the Hanged One. Okay. All right, so I feel like this person is going to continue thinking about it, meditating on it, wanting to reach out. I wonder if maybe your intuition has been telling you something, like maybe you've been getting gut feelings that this person wants to reach out to you. I'm getting the sense that there's some like divine feminine like intuition happening here. So maybe you have an idea that they've been wanting to reach out to you, or you've sort of had this gut feeling. And this person definitely seems to be thinking about it, maybe even manifesting it, trying to work up the courage. This is definitely something that they want to do, but with this Hanged One here, I just don't see them actually making any movement. They seem very stagnant and stuck, and a lot of that to me seems to be out of fear. So I feel like this person's going to keep thinking about it, keep reflecting on it, and as much as they want to, I don't see that movement happening because of the Hanged One. The Hanged One is just stuck, stagnant energy. This could be because, again, they haven't grown or changed the way that it seems you have. So maybe it's this idea of like they really can't reach out until they actually do something and, you know, make a change and have that same sort of leveling up that you had. So yeah, if you're getting intuitive feelings that this person wants to reach out to you, you're definitely right. And I'm definitely getting the sense that they want to, but I don't think they actually will, at least in the near future, because they have a lot of stuff they need to work through. And until that change happens, they really shouldn't be reaching out. So yeah, but this is just for the near future. That could change as time goes on. But just for the next few days or a couple weeks, I see them being very stuck and stagnant. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed. If it resonated, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I will see you in another video. Bye.